Hello, my name is Ted Godwin, and welcome to LSBTV. This is our very first episode, and we look forward to a great season of Victoria Highlanders soccer.
This is LSBTV. Time to support local soccer.
A lot of people want to know, what's a Lake Side Buoy? Where do we come from? Well, we came from Langford. That's right, when the team first started out in Langford in 2009, we were there in the end zone. And we were right by what we thought was a lake. It wasn't actually Langford Lake, but it was a big pile of water. And frankly, we thought it sounded like a lot of fun to be out there for the summertime. So there we were, out by Langford Lake, watching some soccer, having some beers, and we thought, we need a name. Well, you've all heard of the South Side, and we were by the Lakeside. And let's face it, some of the craziest crews in Europe, the Glasgow fans, and they're called Boys, B-H-O-Y-S. Well, we're not nearly that crazy, and so we decided to take a little bit of the mickey out of those guys, so that's why we're the Lakeside Buoys. Usually just pronounced boys. So, what do the Lakeside Boys do? We make noise. We sing, we chant, we wave flags, anything we can do to support the team. We believe in the 12th man. The crowd is the 12th man, and it can mean the difference between winning and losing a lot of the time on the soccer pitch. We hope you'll join us, because we'll be out in the sunshine at UVic Centennial Stadium this year, and we're going to be having a great time right behind the benches where we can make sure to let the players know on both teams just exactly what we think of them. It's a busy practice time for the Victoria Highlanders as they prepare for their season opener away to Kitsap in just over a week. We take you now to the practice field where we're going to ask some questions and find out how the team is shaping up for this year. And now, let's take a look at some of the roster announcements the team has already made for the upcoming season. We can look forward to some solid defending again this year as Adam Ravenhill joins the list of returning players. Joining the team this year in goal, Nolan Wirth, former U20 national team player, comes to us from Comox. Also joining the attacking line this year, Sean Prizeman, all the way from Dublin, Ireland. Also returning to the lineup, Tarnveer Bandal will once again work his magic in the midfield. Fighting to retain his starting keeper spot, Brandon Watson returns to the Highlanders for this year. A familiar face to soccer fans in Victoria, Nick Gilbert, former national team member, has joined as an assistant coach. Many of you will remember him from his many years leading the line at Victoria United, and now a member of the Victoria Highlanders staff. LSBTV sent our intrepid camera crew to practice to ask some questions.
So how does it feel to be suiting up for the Highlanders again?
Feels great. I mean, it's my third season, I believe now, so feels good to be home. Yeah, every year is a treat to play in front of Victoria and my family and big supporters like yourselves, and I'm just excited to get going.
We asked some of the coaching staff how they felt the roster was developing for this year.
There's a number of players, obviously, that were in the program before that have come back. Blair, Hundle, Stokes, and so I think with those kinds of players returning, Riley O'Neill's still thinking, he's trying to see if he's going to be fit enough, but he's working at it. And then on top of that, some of the guys that have come in from out of town have been impressive. And there's 2-3 more still to come in this week on Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, although it's Dave Dew's area as the head coach, I do keep a close tab on what's going on. So I think at this point, the team is coming along nicely. We've signed about 16 players, and we'll make a decision on another probably 7 or 8 in the next week or so. And then we'll fill out the roster as the next 2 weeks unfolds.
We asked some of the coaches what are their expectations for the coming season.
Yeah, we'll sit down with the team once it's selected, and we'll make decisions about goal setting as a group. But really, I would say anything less than the top 4 would not be acceptable to me. And I would believe that these guys, the ultimate goal is to win the league and do the best we can. But to be realistic, in our first year back, it's a bit of an unknown for us because we took the year off. But I would say, on what I've seen in the past, that we definitely, as a group would not be shy to shoot for a top 3. But I would say, if you're looking at team goal and the club goal in the long term, then yeah, we're probably thinking top 4.
Yeah, well, our expectations is to really do the very best that we can to reignite the interest in Highlanders soccer and the PDL in Victoria. And as far as the league goes, we know it's a tough division. We know that the Sounders are here, Kitsap's here, Portland Timbers, of course. So we're in deep, but we're prepared to give it a go. And the players are excited, and I think we'll be just fine.
Does it feel different to be back in the PDL as opposed to the PCSL as well?
Definitely brings a little bit more of a professional level to it, for sure. PCSL was great last year, but we're definitely bringing a couple guys from my SFU team, for example, and goalkeeper Nolan Wirth as well from Div 1 NCAA. So a few different faces, but definitely a little bit more of a professional level, which is good, I think.
I think the biggest thing that we notice is the breadth and depth of the PDL league and the way it is very well organized from coast to coast, and the expectations around game presentation and game management, and also just being part of something that is covered in such a fantastic way and tied to the USL network of teams. It's very, very exciting. Pacific Coast League were good for us last year, but this is definitely a step up.
As a team, I think it's definitely the pace of play's got to be much quicker. The willingness to defend and close down spaces will have to be vital to our success, because if you allow the Portland Timbers 23s and the Sounders 23s and a team like Kitsap that's signed all professional, you allow them time and space on the ball, they're going to hurt you. So they're not going to get away with those kind of mistakes that they made last year. And I think secondly, we were a bit naive last year, and we gave up goals in the last minute on 3 or 4 occasions that if we'd have taken care of business, we'd have won the league without all the stress at the end. So that's another aspect of the game that we have to take care of, because in this league, you don't concentrate for 90 minutes, they're going to punish you.
And here's returning General Manager Marvin Dirks to tell us a little more about Centennial Stadium and the plans for this year.
We're very excited to be here. Not only is the pitch the finest grass pitch in Western Canada, probably, we'll make that claim. but it also allows us to provide to our supporters a balanced schedule where we can schedule games throughout May, June, and July, and not have to share the venue with with another sport franchise. So it really helps us present the game, I think, in the best light. In addition, there's more space for us to do things for our fans, a beer garden area, a barbecue area, and so forth. So those types of opportunities weren't really possible for us at REP. So we're looking forward to being here. Absolutely, it's a great venue and a great location.
So our next game, our first game, season's Kitsap.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to go?
I think it's gonna be it's a big game. I mean, obviously I want to say we're gonna win it. That's the goal every game. But we got a lot of work to do between now and the start of the season. So, I mean, why not start against the champions, I believe, of last year? So it's a big game away as well. So we're excited about it.
Yeah, it's a great way to start. It's a good measuring tape to see where we fit in. So we don't have any qualms about that. At least it's away.
The Highlanders' home opener this year at Centennial Stadium will be on Sunday, May 15th, 2 p.m. versus the Calgary Foothills. Come join us for this all-Canadian clash in the Pacific Northwest Division. Once again, the Lakeside Boys are sponsoring the Supporters' Choice Award. To have your say for 2016, join the Lakeside Boys now.
Coming up on LSBTV, Kitsap Road Trip. We're going to head down to Bremerton and see what happens. LSBTV is recorded live in front of a studio audience at the LSB Studios in beautiful Saanich.